There is one unsaid rule of life, and that is don't talk about failure. We haven't read this anywhere, no one has told this to us directly, but based on the environment that we have, based on our surroundings, this is exactly what we infer, and this is exactly what goes on. The problem is, by not talking about failure, we suppress it and we don't take the amazing learning opportunity that it presents. We condemn failure. We say, oh, you failed in your business. I told you that would happen. Now go get a job. You're not even meant for this. Oh, you failed in that exam. When did you even study? I know you would fail. We say this, we condemn failure. But when someone succeeds, oh wow, congratulations, you did so well. I knew your business would take off. I said that, right? Then we start taking credit. We start saying, oh, you did so well, you did this. And that just creates this disparity in our minds. That creates this attitude that failure is bad, success is good. But the truth is, failure isn't really so bad. Failure is, in fact, a blessing that all of us have, all of us experience, yet not all of us take note into, not all of us go into the depths of. And failure can provide such a great learning opportunity that might even be bigger than what success does. So, are you excited to learn more? Are you excited to understand how you can use failures as a catalyst to your success? Let's begin. Let us begin by changing our beliefs around failures. See, in our society, we have condemned failure so much that when we experience it, when we go through it, that's it. That's the end of it all. That's the end of the world. There is nothing else left in the future. That is how we feel. And because of that, we feel, oh, I should deny it. I should put this into the closet. I should put this away. But in fact, that suppression, that denial of failure makes that even stronger in our heads because we are suppressing it. It is pressuring up like a pressure cooker. As it happens, right, the steam does not go out. The steam is not able to get out, and because of that, that pressure builds up, the food gets cooked fast. But if you don't let that pressure out at any moment, the cooker will burst, your kitchen will become all messy, all messed up, and then you'll have even a harder time cleaning that and sorting all of that out. You don't want that, right? Don't do that with your life too. Whenever you have a failure, whenever you have a time when you feel that, okay, this did not go as planned, accept it. Acceptance is the key to all solutions. The reason why we aren't able to solve problems isn't because there are no solutions. There are always solutions. The real reason why we aren't able to solve our problems is that we don't accept that we have a problem. If you don't accept, how will you get the solutions, right? So accept that you have failed. It is okay. Let your emotions out, cry your heart out. Nobody is stopping you from doing that. Because if you suppress your feelings about failure, if you suppress the kind of emotions that you have, they will burst like a pressure cooker. They will create an even negative environment, and that can lead you to making irrational decisions that will prove to be very detrimental in the long term. Because oftentimes when we are in that emotional burden, we end up making decisions that we always regret. Remember this, when you make emotional decisions, the likely chances that you will regret them, sometimes they work out well, that's by chance. But whenever you're making big decisions, think rationally, think properly, and that happens when you've already given emotions the kind of attention they deserve. Because then it grows like a monster, then it grows like a big problem. You don't want that. Give them the attention, give those emotions the attention, then get over it. Understand, okay, this is how I feel, this is fine, I will get over it. Do that. Now we move on to the second step, that is understanding what failure is. Because we have now dealt with failure, dealt with the emotions in the moment, we can get into a little bit of deep analysis. We can get into understanding how things work, how we can deal with failure, and how we can use it as a catalyst for our success. In simple terms, failure is falling short of your expectations. You started at this level, maybe you expected to go to this level, but you ended up going just here halfway through. You did not get to that end destination, so you failed. That is one way of looking at it. Or another way is, you were here, you thought that you would go here, that was your expectation, but instead you went down instead. That can also be a failure. In short, it is falling short of your expectations. And in that moment, the first reaction that we have is, oh, blame it on someone, blame it on the circumstances. The pandemic hit, my boss was like this, I had the full time job, my family wasn't supportive. There are a million excuses that we can make, but excuses don't solve problems. Excuses only enlarge them. Excuses only make them worse. You don't want that, so give up on the excuses. Now comes time to question our own expectations itself, because this is something that we don't do at all. We think, oh, my goal was right, my direction was right, but somehow I failed due to these external circumstances. Many times, the failure in anything, whether it's a relationship, business, startup, career, whatever it is, failure is caused by internal things that you might have a control over many times. And so the key is understanding, were your expectations right in the first place? Maybe you thought way too unrealistically that it just wasn't possible in the time amount that you gave for the goal. That can be the case. Then another case can be that maybe your expectations were a little off the charts. Maybe that was not something, is not somewhere where you really wanted to go. That could also be the case. And so now that we have understood what failure is, it's time to reflect. Take a pen, take a paper, and write these things down. If you don't put them in writing, these thoughts will create such a big jungle in your head that you will get confused, you will get lost. Put it out on paper, you will be able to sort this out. Write down what was your goal, what was your expectations, where did you start, till where did you get to. That is very important. What was the place where you thought, okay, this is a failure now. See that journey as well, where you were, where you came to. And then write down, what are the possible causes of failure, why did I fail in this. Make a whole list. It's the 100 reasons. Write that down. Even if some of them are excuses, just write them down. Then sort it out. What do you think really was the reason you failed? And sometimes it might just be that your goal or the expectation that you started with was wrong. And so do this reflection, find what the answer was. If the expectation was wrong, you've got your closure, you've got your answer, understanding, okay, from the next time, I have to set my goal in the right way. I have to think, okay, I am here, I'm wanting to go there, but is that really the direction I should go to? Maybe instead of there, this is where my expectation is. It's only a marginal improvement, but this is the real direction I want to follow. Keep this in mind, be mindful. If the that was not the reason, then we move on to the next step. Let's say your expectations were right. Then how do you identify failure? How do you grow through that and use that as a catalyst for success? Here is how. Did you know that a rocket is 95% off course when it is going to the moon? So let's say here is Earth, here is moon, and the rocket has to go this way. But oftentimes that is not the case. 95% of the time the rocket is going like this, like this, like this, like this. It is swaying away from the main direction, but it is course correcting. The computer is programmed as such as that it comes back and course corrects onto the main path that it has to go to. That is what we have to do. That is what might have been the reason why you would have failed. That your path was right, your goal was right, but you went off course, you went off track, and things didn't go as according to whatever you planned. This has happened a lot with me that when I reflect back on it right now, I kind of have a smile on my face and laugh, because I see in that moment it really felt difficult. It felt like, okay, this is the end of the thing right now. Maybe this is the last thing that I'll do. You don't know what kind of crazy thoughts you get while you have failed. But when you take this time, when you reflect, when you try to understand that many times we are off course, we might have gone in the wrong direction, that is when you understand that your goal was right, your direction was right, but you somewhere went off course and things didn't go according to plan. That is all right. Now again, you had that reflection sheet where you wrote, if the answer was no, that your expectation itself was wrong, then you have got your closure right. How could I have made that expectation better? What is something new? What is the better and the new expectation that I should have? And then if your expectation was right but you went off course, things didn't go as planned, Reverse engineer. Write down what is the last step you took. What did you do before that? What did you do before that? Analyze the whole thing. Write it down, and in that, you will find the place where you went off course, where you realized, okay, this was the point, this was the intersection where I was supposed to go straight, but I went in this direction and everything went away. That failure came up. That is what is most important, and that is what will catalyze, that is what will help you accelerate your growth and get to the kind of success that you desire. How, you may ask? Well, here's the simple thing. You've not just understood what to do on the path to success, because now as you've analyzed, you've understood, okay, this is what I have to do, this is the direction I should have gone into to get the kind of results that I want. But what you've also identified is what not to do. Isn't that such a big learning? Isn't that such a big miracle? Because oftentimes we know, okay, this is what I should do, this is what I should do, this is what I should do, this is what I should do. But do we know what not to do? In those things, there are many minuscule tasks also that we have, some more things that come up in between. How do we know those are the things to avoid, these are the things to go for? That is what failure teaches us. That is how failure empowers us. If we can think on it the right way, if we can reflect on this experience the right way, we will get so much learning from it that it will astonish you. It will make you feel, oh my god, I should fail more often. This is so amazing. I have learned so many great lessons. That is literally how you will feel. Have those emotions, let them come out, then reflect on whether your expectations itself were wrong. Many times we don't question the goal. Let's do that. Let's get to the root and then backtrack, reverse engineer, understand every step of yours, find out where you went wrong and what could you have done better to get your desired results. These three things will help you deal with failure in a beautiful way, in an amazing way. And that will make your relationship with failure so much better. It won't make you feel, oh, failure is bad, success is good. You won't be ashamed in talking about your failures. You will feel, all right, I failed, that's good, no problem. I have learned this from it, and this is how I'm implementing it, this is how I'm growing. And with that attitude, with that positive mindset, you will literally rock the world. You will get to all your goals, and failure will become the catalyst that empowers your success. Remember, just like that rocket, we humans are also 95% of time, of course, we have to realign and course correct. That is how we get to our destination. Be fine with that. Things will not always go according to plan. You will have some failures, use them as learning opportunities and grow through them. That is what makes every person successful. All successes are built on the foundation of various failures. The only difference is that the people who succeed, the people who get to this level, don't just stop here, sit and cry, oh god, I failed, now I have nothing to do. They built over that, until they got to that success level. That is exactly what will happen with you too. Be okay with failure, use it as a learning opportunity with these three steps, and you will start making success that is great. That is something that you truly enjoy, and that is something that you have always desired for. Failures will make your dreams come true. Embrace them, grow through them. Let me know what your thoughts are on failure. Comment below and tell me what were some times when you failed in your life. What were the lessons that you gathered? Maybe apply all of these tips and then see what were some things that you could learn. Share all your thoughts in the comments below. Let's connect, let's interact, and let's grow together. Also, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button because it keeps me motivated, and you also get updates every time a new video is out, so that you cannot miss a chance of falling back on your journey to success and that you get there as fast as possible. And share this video with more and more people. Let's break the stigma around failure. Let's make it a more comfortable topic to talk about. And let's start using it as a catalyst for all of our collective success. If we realize how to use and empower failure the right way, our success will literally skyrocket and the whole world will grow together. Let's do that by putting our small contribution and sharing this video with as many people as possible. Remember, you are limitless, you are awesome, and you will rock the world. Use your failures as building blocks, and your success will be something that is just around the corner for you and that you will get to. Thank you very much for watching this video.